To fight or not to fight? I give up. I can't do this anymore. And Kesler, I love you. Hey, Swift from Tiny Wave TV, and this is my Legend of the Galactic Heroes journal. After 110 episodes of stormy skies, cloudy with a chance of rain skies, clear skies, just all kinds of skies, here we are at a place where some run out of dreams, while others are just getting started. Entry number 12, let's get it, girl. Episode 101, Kaiser is on honeymoon, but he can't catch a break. There's chaos on Heinethen, cyber sabotage on Fezon, and
Fräulein. Yeah, Hilda.
Fräulein isn't Fräulein anymore. What has the world come to? Things are always more interesting on the bundle of danger and unrest that is Iserlohn. Poplar and Attenborough are at it again.
俺なんぞどんなに高熱にうなされても思考が良識と出身の台座から離れないものな。
それは年の功ですね。
お前な。
We got some good old girl talk for a change.
カリンの好みは甘い色の髪で深刻ぶるのが絵になるタイプなんだから。
Julian and Karin's one-on-ones, which I swear to God always start with her going in face first. To fight or not to fight? That question was finally answered. We're fighting, sacrificing lives to prove to this one dude that we are the shit, so we can do the negotiations on an equal standing. Basically, we're aligning ourselves with this dude's values, right? I'm just wondering how things would have gone if Reinhardt had different values. Like, it wasn't a war-crazy bitch. You know, just like a giant elephant trying to tread on thin ice, Julian and Tal made their move, while a question still plagued his young mind. What if this actually blows up our chances of ever having a friendly relationship? Never mind. TATAKAE mode on, let's go. They got this close to blowing up Wallen in 102. Good thing they didn't, cause I'd be really mad. Yeah, gotta mention that fabulous dogfight. Can't get used to them though, they're stressfully F. But my girl Karin getting that screen time and killing it, cheers. Also this part.
そいつはぜひ出演したいものだ。
They just share the same brain cell at this point. Love it! About Reinhardt's reaction to this victory, loss, whatever.
今回はイゼルローンの共和主義者どもから先に手を出してきたか。意外ではあったな。
At first I was like, why so chill? Then I thought, yeah, he didn't think it was much of anything. Not worth breaking any wine glasses over. When Hilda said, yo, let's send a diplomat first, he was like, why? They want battle? We're giving him battle. I mean, we know that's what he wants to fight. But it wasn't like Julian wanted battle. He thought it was necessary. I don't know. I can't help thinking, what if Julian had gone for some kind of a diplomatic route instead of entering battle? Then they would align with Hilda. And we know how influential she is. Battle of Vermilion? Hello? But then again, Julian's decision wasn't just to impress Reinhardt, but also to prove themselves to other Republicans. And then there was his own people's morale. I don't know. At any rate, the battle had to wait because Blondie fell ill again. And oh my god, look how happy he is to see the sister. She said in that conversation with Hilda that Reinhardt might think she abandoned him. I mean, I do. But Reinhardt, even if he does, doesn't matter because she is his goddess. He believes he got this endless, bottomless debt to her that he can never repay. He couldn't help her when she needed it. And if that wasn't enough, he also took away from her the man she loved. Speaking of whom, it's one thing to know that Sister and Zeke were in love, but to actually see it visualized? I know this shit is canon, but I just can't. Have y'all ever seen me nag about a canon ship so far? If Tanaka-san said freaking Oberstein and, I don't know, Eisenach were an item, that I could come to terms with. Alright, you want it straight? Sister herself and, Mueller. Wait, that could actually work? Mueller does look like someone who would be into older women, and Sister obviously likes them young. Someone needs to introduce them. Hilda, while I'm at it, how about this, y'all? Oberstein and Bittenfeld.
文務省書に伺いたいことがある。
伺おう、ビッテンフェルト提督。ただし手短にかつ理論的に願いたい。
It was brief for sure and violent.
ミュラー提督。ビッテンフェルト提督が謹慎している間、シュワルツ・ランツェンレイターの指揮監督は K に委ねる。よろしいな。
He didn't even bother to address Bittenfeld directly. Damn! And the shit he said was sound, especially the bit about Kaiser's pride. Our fluffy Kaiser, whose pride sent millions to their death, seems to think the same in the next episode. When Hilda brought up negotiations, Reinhardt was like, sure, we can do that. If it didn't work, we'll fight. But I don't know how the Snake would react. Like, Oberstein is the godfather. He makes arguments that can't be refused. And even if you refuse him, chances are he'll do his thing anyway.
あの男は世の存在が王朝の利益と相反するときは世を配立するかもしれんな。
陛下。
冗談だカイザーリン。あなたの向きになった表情はとても美しいな。
Aw, ain't that soft, but true. So in this episode and the next, I feel like by the end things would be moving towards a certain direction. Then the narrator would be like, bitch, you thought. At the end of 104, the Iserlohn folks departed for Heinesen. But the situation would change before they got out of the corridor. 105, it was like finally shit started to align. Reinhardt freed the prisoners, sent an invitation, but the next incident broke out on Fizzon. Before we move on to episode 106, which has to be one of my favorites in the entire series, gotta tell you something. I give up. I can't do this anymore. I can't not ship Dusty and Poplin. Just look at them. With this show, I had never felt like, oh, this is going too slow. I saw like episode 106 was slow moving, but the tension was too high. And I was so stressed like right from the beginning that I was like, faster, please, I'm dying here. This girl was sent from heaven, y'all. She was like, if I hadn't left to buy chocolate ice cream, this would have never happened. And Kesler was like, wait a damn minute. That whole rescue scene, breathtaking. Sister, mother of the modern history. Damn. And Kesler, I love you. I love you! Imagine having dispensed with your unpleasant duties dealing with religious fanatics and whatnot. You are heading home for the first time in 4 days for some much desired sleep, knowing you'll be on a date with one of the coolest galactic gals ever very soon. Now that's what I'd call a happy ending. Also,
checkmate.
When things turned the way they did in 107, I was honestly, and still am, conflicted. Yulian was like, we're gonna fight because Kaiser wants to fight. And Kaiser was like, we're gonna fight because they want to fight. Once again, I give up. You guys let me know. What's your take on the situation? Was it necessary to fight when both parties had agreed to negotiate? Was there really no way to prevent bloodshed? What could have been done differently? Now here comes the beginning of the end.
皇帝不要不要というと病気ですかカイザー・ラインハルトが
His body literally said, halt. This, y'all, was the first time that I wasn't wholeheartedly rooting for the Iserlohn folks. It felt new to me. And Shenkov kept saying, let's go for the Kaiser's head.
No!
This was also the last time Karin saw her dad. They were one peculiar father and daughter all the way till the end.
恋愛は大いにやるべきだが子供を産むのは20歳を過ぎてからにしてくれ俺は30代でじいさんになる気はないからな
I am so gonna have kids before I'm 20, so you'll be a grandpa in your 30s. Watch me. Episode 108. Yeah, it ate away at my sanity. I went from scared to excited to sad to devastated to amused to abused. Like, let's start here.
発熱による消耗を繰り返すという症状だけが分かっておりますが
No shit.
Reinhardt's lukewarm reaction though was like, don't blame the doctors. So how much time do I have? The bar was in hell and you still couldn't jump. Damn. This is gonna sound weird. Do not laugh, y'all. I'm dead serious. That moment when they penetrated Brunhild was epic. Gorgeous, gorgeous animation. Now, if I were Reinhardt, I'd be like, damn, they made a fucking hole in my ship. I'ma see them. Let's talk. Unfortunately for the Brunhild personnel, I'm not. So they have to fight. Blood shall be spilled so a point can be proven. Then we got Poplin being Poplin.
貴様らの持ってる銃は貴婦人のスカートをまくり上げるためにしか使い物にならない飾りだろう
You bet I wasn't laughing for long, cause Mercots, then brother Louis, and Shenkov.
どうも今一つ習字が決まらんなアッテンボローの鬼祭に代筆させた方がマシかそうだあの娘だローザ・ライン・フォン・クロイツェルと言った
As a result of this cluster of losses, Julian was able to stand and later lie before the Kaiser. But hey, he didn't kneel. Gosh, this episode got me all over the place. Moving on to 109, which was, well, I'm not sure, but weren't the last two episodes a bit rushed? I mean, I was obviously upset that the whole thing was coming to an end. Anyway, guess who's 30?
うるさい人だな。俺が仮に30歳になったとしたら、中将が何か得をするんですか？
得になることしか喜ばないとしたら、俺はまるで強欲なフェザーン商人じゃないか。
Same. And then this scene with Julian and Corinne, it was kind of funny. Like one moment she was crying like, oh, father. The next she was like, yo, do you love me? If you do, say it clearly. I love you. Sorry, but I love democracy. I had to. And the TWT award for the best galactic kiss goes to this. Oh, my children. Then we had that situation with Rubinsky, exeunt while raising hell, and the scene with the sofa. I was like stuck between wanting to cry and wanting to laugh in a state of depressed amusement. It was weird. Going over Reinhardt's meeting with Julian, I can't help but compare it to when he met Wenli. Like how fierce he was then. Well, there's the illness. And also, Julian is not Wenli. Obviously. There's a sense of, oh, you young thing. How old are you? 19. When I was 19, etc., etc. He is soft, but also sharp.
K が目的とするところはいささか違うだろう。銀河帝国という器に立憲政治という酒を継ぐつもりではないのか？そうなれば民主思想とやらが銀河帝国を乗っ取ってしまうことになるやもしれぬな。
He was like, I stay you. Then he went, yo, I'm going to Fezan. Come along and everything you just said, stay it to my wife.
カイザーリンは世よりはるかに政治家としての指揮権に富む。具体的なことはむしろ彼女と話し合う方が良いだろう。
それはカイザー・ラインハルトにとって最大ののろけではなかったかと後日になってユリアンは思ったのだった。
No, he was just stating the facts. Yeah. So here we are, the finale. Seeing a dream through to the end. I didn't want it to end. Anyway, Reinhardt, having acknowledged Julian's facts and fluffiness, meets up with him in PJs now. A win for democracy, I guess. Well, with my fluffy boy in his deathbed, it is not the time and the place for jokes, but Bittenfeld exists, so...
医師どもは何をしているのだ。手をつかねて陛下のお苦しみを放置したりすれば、ただでは浮かんぞ。貴様一人わめくな。いつも貴様が逆上するものだから、他の者が迷惑するではないか。
Facts.
俺たちは貴様の鎮静剤ではないぞ。
Oh my god.
なんだと
Actions always speak louder than words. Oh my god. And also this.
とにかく。
Poor McClinger. And yeah, that was about it for the funny parts. It's a bit difficult to gather my thoughts when it comes to Reinhardt's final scenes. There's a sense of this all felt so natural with a kind of development he was heading towards as a character, like a natural conclusion. Then there's the sadness, of course, of him running out of dreams. When he told Sister, I've had enough, my heart broke along with hers. After Zeke, Reinhardt's life has just been in a downward spiral. Like he was set to self-destruct. Then with Hilda's endeavors, felt like some kind of healing was happening. I mean, maybe an astounding conclusion doesn't stop me from thinking what if. We also got Oberstein doing his thing one last time. I'm not gonna include his final words, but y'all, I've said it before, I say it again. That voice? So in the end, democracy is saved, if not prevailed. That's enough to make this a happy ending. However, the Terra extremists were stopped, and the theocracy they were after never came to be. This will sound ridiculous, I don't care. I envy the people of this fictional world. The shit that plagues our world, they don't have to deal with those anymore. If you were wondering what my very first thoughts were after finishing the show, I asked you in the community post, remember? There was this surge of, not emotions, but like images. These characters, the stuff that happened, just flashed before me, and I thought, wow, it's over. And if by now you had any doubts about my ass being sentimental as folk, I sat staring at the black screen and cried, because it was over. I stared into the void, murmuring, Mein Kaiser. Oberstein, you bastard. Godspeed, Julian. I felt like I just said goodbye to an old friend. Yeah, I felt like saying goodbye to a whole squad of friends. I thought that with people like Hilda and Julian, that the universe was in safe hands. True. Was so happy for the series to end on that sweet moment with Mr. Mayer and his family. Right, little Felix reaching out for the stars. I'm imagining him growing up into this energetic, loud troublemaker, and Alex being more quiet, more reserved. I know how they said the former Kaiser, the Golden Bomb kid, was not dead but missing. He could join in as the antagonist in their story. That would be awesome. You know what else would be awesome? This show being watched and talked about and rewatched and talked about by more people, right? We are different, so of course we perceive any story differently. And with something like this that has all these philosophical, political concepts and historical allusions and literary ones, not everyone's understanding of them will be the same. One thing I know for sure now is that I have a lot to learn. And I did learn a lot thanks to you guys sharing info and insights. But I think at the very least, this show makes one see that things, people, situations have many sides to them. Maybe except for Church of Terra, they were villains. Like, no leeway there. The legend ends and history begins. Nah, for me it's still another page turns in the history of the galaxy. I still have a lot to go through, starting with Gaiden, or maybe that movie Golden Wings. Now I would love to continue doing this journal. The format, however, well, I need to get into the Gaiden series first so I can figure out how I'm gonna structure it. But do let me know if you have any suggestions or just anything in general that you think I should have in mind getting into it. Okay, all right, now the moment y'all have been waiting for. I mean, hopefully you have. I practiced a lot, so let's go. Sometimes it gets so hard without you. It seems to me the whole world's away. Do you know you have a clue why I was born to live this windy day? I think of you, oh, you holding me tight. Now feel your warmth revive. It must be something that comes flooding into my heart. There must be something that leads me through the space between. It seems so far away we've come, but it's only a start. Tonight for you I pray to the brightest star on the heavenly